Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the top 16 round in the SPL Championship series. We are going down to the top 16 teams. I'm not alone this evening. It's, I can imagine, the second English cast since a couple of months for me. So be gently with me. But I'm glad to have someone with me that is better than me in English, speaks a lot more English in his day-by-day use, I think. It's Renz, das Kaninchen. Good evening, Renz.
Good evening, and you could put a lot of pressure on me saying that I speak better English than you. So,
Well, you have more in your day-by-day use, I guess, but we get to work this through the evening, so it's no problem. It's critical against Juventus Bucuresti, two teams that qualified with second and third in their group stages, and we are ready to find out who will make it to the top 8 teams till the next round of this stage. It's best of 3, but actually the evening can get very long because every game needs to find a winner. So if we don't find a winner within 90 virtual minutes, we will step over to the golden goal game. So maybe we will see 6 games to find a winner with a best of 3. Let's take a look at this and be cool with it. But first of all, let's look a bit on the statistics we have prepared for this game. So we have Critical second in Group B with, both teams very good ratios with winning rates, 70% for Critical and 60% for Juventus. But Critical with no defeat within the last 5 games. They only got 1-0, and the other games all without any conceded goals. So 5 clean sheets for Shrek. And yeah, Achui with 8 goals, the best scorer, best assist. Scarrow with 3 marks. And yeah, on the other side, Juventus Bucuresti, third in Group A, qualified for this round of the top 16. 2 losses within the last 5 games, both times 0-1. But when we look at the global championship achievements, the maybe favorite 4 times national championship, national champion and 1 time national cup. It's close to this one. Only 2 times clean sheets for the keeper Furious. And if you look at this, Cristiano, 2 goals only, and the best assister also 2 assists only. Renz, it looks like they should be the favorite in this one, but when it comes to scoring goals, they are on a dry track.
well, to be fair, I mean they were in a very tough group. Not scoring a lot of goals that doesn't mean it's bad. Looking at the results, they don't concede a lot either. Just five goals conceded.
Yeah.
That isn't a lot, and it's enough. Just winning 1-0 is enough in the end.
Will we see close games also this evening? So maybe go until this 6 games I just told about.
I would presume we would see at least 4 games.
At least 4 games. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Both teams are participants of the SPL in the last season. So Juventus since season 22, Critical since season 24. And one thing that is, fascinating a little bit, both teams starts with the same formation. It's a 5-2-1-2. When I see 5 defenders, the first thing that comes in mind for me is, oh my God, we not gonna see any goals.
No, it's in as far I know, it's a tactical decision. So usually you would start with 3-5-2. That's actually the default. But there's one downside to 3-5-2, which is that the left and the right mid spawn up very high, very high up the pitch when you have a goal kick or anything.
Yeah.
Anything else, which is a major disadvantage on the wings. So in a 5 defender system, you spawn up much more backwards, meaning there is not that much space for the 3 center backs to cover.
Yeah.
So that's the thought behind it. So in the end, it should be a 3-5-2.
Yeah, this one you see the most of the cases in Pro Clubs games with the 3-5-2. And yeah, talking about the formations, we can take a look who is the starting 11 in both teams for tonight. So both sides 5-2-1-2, like we said. Goalkeeper from Critical is Shrek. We have defending lines with Melio on the left. The center defenders with Pretze, Nathun, Gray, and on the right it's Lionel. Then the 2 center backs with Kami and Guis, and the offensive midfielder Amra. And coming to the attackers, it's Air Chewy and JCO. I think that's spelled right. I am not quite sure. If not, correct me. And then we have Juventus Bucharest with Vladut Tanku in the goal. Between the posts, the 5 defenders starting on the left with Imno, the center backs with Tudor, Rares, Alexandro, and George. On the right, the 2 center midfielders with Phil Holt and Helix, and the offensive one with Harrell. And in the attacking lines, we have Cristiano and Stax. So both top assist and top scorer. On this one, they play their ball each other. So let's see if these 2 starting 11 will go and gift us some goals. That's something I want to see tonight. What do you expect, Renz?
I expect a couple of very tight games, but knowing the Juventus Bucharest, they will at least, whatever, no matter what happened, they will at least try to score a goal. Critical, I'm familiar with the French style. I'm not really particularly familiar with Critical itself.
Yeah.
But I expect a lot of possession game from their side and a bit more brute force from Juventus.
A bit more brute force. So what we saw within the group stage is in both sides very, very close standings at the end of the sheet. So with Juventus finishing third with 20 points, same as Core Gaming, and just goal difference of 2 goals. And really the same thing for Critical, but in this case, it was just the difference of 1 goal in goal difference. So close. Yeah, always makes me afraid seeing no goals when it's that close.
But at some point, that's the thing with best out of 3. At some point, you've got to do something. You can't just sit back and expect to keep a clean sheet and that's it. I mean, if you lose the first one, you're gonna have to attack the next 2 games.
Yeah.
So maybe in the first game we will not see that much attacking. In the second game, they may come out of their shell a bit more. But in the first game, they can't risk it by just defending. That would be too risky.
Both have to lose a lot of things because of the fact that we will need to find a winner in every game. So no events are okay. We will find one even if we go to the golden goal, which for me is still disappointing that EA was not able to implement some simple things like going, okay, if you don't find anyone, okay, go for the extra time, 30 minutes, and then you go for penalties. We always have to go for the golden goal. A little bit disappointing. How do you see this from a player's role?
Golden goal is the worst thing possible. That's for sure. You not there's 1 out of 2 times. So when you play away, when you're an away team, you're in a disadvantage. And well, right now the what was I say, the connection is pretty decent.
Yeah.
But go from the golden goal, knowing one mistake, that's it. There's no turning back once you made a mistake. There's no comeback. That's the worst thing possible.
And you have
You're just so
these,
on the edge. It's mentally exhausting.
and you have those kickoff actions. So it's just a bit decides who has the first kickoff, who can go for the first goal, which may make a point also. And all players are recharged or refueled. Let me say it like this one, which also makes a difference because if one team's manages just to keep a better freshness over the 90 minutes, they could go with that and take a good spot of this within the 30 minutes extra time. But with golden goal, it's all set to 0. And for me, yeah, like I said, always a bit disappointing. But yeah, maybe one day EA will gift the pro club scene some good stuff. Maybe.
One day, maybe, yeah.
Maybe one day we sit here with gray birds going to the 60s. But
Yeah,
hey,
that's most likely the situation. Yeah.
all right, we still having small talk because teams are not getting ready, so they should be in a couple of minutes, starting with critical, all men on the pitch. It should start soon. I do hope so. We're good in time, 4 minutes late, and we'll see the first of 3 games between Critical and Juventus Bucuresti. And yeah, chat if you want. Leave us a comment. What do you think? Who will make it tonight to the next round, to the top 8 round within this knockout stage on SPL? And what can we expect? More pushing from Bucuresti, says Renz. And it's going good. Let's step into the first game and have some fun with some pro clubs.
ProLeague-Spiel der Woche wird präsentiert von dem Exklusivsponsor TGS, ein Vertriebspartner von LR Health and Beauty Systems. Upgrade your life.
So, long waiting, but there we go. Let's see if we have some stadium. Yeah, there we go with some stadium sounds. Beautiful. So, Critical with the white and black dresses from the left to the right, and Juventus all in black. That's what it looks like. No, it looks like the away kits from the Dutch team.
They are.
They
yeah,
are.
They are. Yeah, they are. I saw the Dutch pick.
I do more like the home kit, but okay.
Me too, but black on black versus white, that's usually a better combination.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, it surprises me how fast they tend to go forwards on the Juventus Bucuresti side. I expected, yeah, like I said, a bit of the brute force, but they're not wasting time going forward.
And there comes the first goal!
Oh, that's the first goal.
In the 6th minute. That's a fast rush. Going 1-0, Van Rares with the first goal.
Yeah. No one covering the back post. Seems like a tactical or at least a defending error. Not enough tracking back, and a lot of tall people on the front post from Juventus side, and not many from Critical side, which is asking for some trouble.
And it looks like Juventus is going again for this try. Got stopped by on the right side of the field. Now it's the chance for Critical to move on, get into the box, but Juventus doing a good job in defending over there. Having some problems with building up also. So next ball, but yeah, stopped again. Bucharesti with the ball and with the chance to go for the 2-0. I think they found out what the spot could be, Renz.
Sorry, I was just I was just checking the stats of Echu because he seemed to be very tall. I thought, but it's actually his the other strike is very small. I think it's minimum weight and minimum height, which is surprising because from what I heard, isn't the greatest build to use this FIFA in terms of pace, but it could be a good advantage on dribbling.
Yeah.
But I'm genuinely surprised he's using that build right now.
Maybe he will go or wants to go with the dribbling, because agile players in FIFA 22 are very worthful.
Yeah, and you can see that in the camp, by the way, too.
Yeah.
They're just trying to be very agile, which is, of course, important as a camp because you have so little space to move around.
But you need to get the balls into the right spots with the last pass, and therefore agility and balance is something pretty important. But there was the first real try, we can say, from Critical. Good play into the box, but the last pass was a bit too far. So Juventus coming with.
That was a wide. Oh, sorry. I thought that was a wide pass, but it probably should have been an A pass. If you made an A pass, that probably could have resulted in a goal.
Yeah, that's true. But they want to make it fast through the mid, which could be a way. They already tried this one twice. We have a lot of tall players in the center back position at Juventus. Good build up over the right wing. Harrell going into the box, but the last pass didn't make it. Critical coming again. Good play, Archui. Not seen anyone to cross to. So it's again Juventus, and if they keep the ball, they will take it to the end of the first half. That's what it feels like, playing slow over the defenders, looking for slow build-up now. I think with the lead in their mind and in the back, it's easy to go for this 1-0 by 45 minutes, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are not trying to force themselves that much with 1-0 lead. You saw it with the pressure there, pretty much leaning back once the opponent centre backs have the ball. They're not trying to do anything stupid and defend and find a way out once they have the ball. But it would indeed be pretty wise to at least keep the 1-0 lead until halftime and not try to extend it by too much force. And by doing so, risking conceding a goal, that's just not worth it, especially not if you have to win 2 out of 3. 1-0 would be sufficient.
For the first leg, it could be worthful, and they playing really slow right now. Like you can see, passing around the box from Critical and using this pass back to the keeper also to just gain some time and get the time from the clock of this first half. We are in 2 minutes to go, plus some extra time maybe of 1 or 2 minutes. And Critical, yeah, how can we say it? Is looking for a spot, but having some problems with the midfielders, not really getting through into the box. Right now they will try, but another time it is the center backs, which are doing a really good job. How you think about them?
They're doing it's halftime, by the way,
Yeah.
now. But yeah, looking back the first half, they're doing very well. And what you see is that they, including the DMs, they drop back all the way to the edge of the box. So until the edge, you have a lot of space, and then all of a sudden you hit this brick wall,
Yeah.
which will be very hard to penetrate. But on the other hand, there are spaces to find the gap. So it's just a matter of having patience,
Yeah.
and hoping that in the end they find this gap, and maybe the opponent makes a mistake.
Let's see if we find some more mistakes or if one goal makes the decision for the first leg in this best of three. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Juventus knows what to do. And if they take care of the attackers, and yeah, like I said, the center backs for me doing a really, really good job at Juventus. If they keep on with this, I think there's a good chances for keeping this 1-0. And there was the first try of Critical. They need to head on. They need to put more pressure on the defenders from Juventus. So let's see, Critical with the next one. It's always two players going for the ball, and Critical needs to build up way back behind.
Yeah, well, I actually think this is a good thing. They know Juventus will try to counter, and then the more you try to brute force, that's a decent pass. Force yourself forward, the more chance you give them to score, and it has no use right now. I mean, later on in a later stage you can try it, but for now, just keep your patience, and we've seen it in the beginning of the match. You will find this gap no matter what. The game, especially the game, will grant you that moment. That's unfortunately how FIFA works. But they need to be patient, and of course then also watch out for the counter of Juventus, which until now is way more efficient and way more threatening than what Critical does.
Yeah. Counterattacks can be the way to go for a second goal when Critical needs to put more pressure on this one, and they will do. So not getting too high lines with defending over here. But it looks like just a bit of pressure is enough to force Critical for this turning back and then building up again. Oh, this was bad mistake. Comes to the info. Critical. Wrong pass. Bit of luck to get the ball again. Second ball coming from the left wing. But yeah, Alexandro, again the defender, the big guy over there in the back. And there's the long ball. But no way to get this for one of the attackers. And we are already in a 68th minute. So
They have to. I would say that from now on they have to force themselves a bit more forward. But on the other hand, I would presume that Juventus is gonna lean more and more backwards. What you already saw is what they did do pretty well is they're not pressing their centre backs; they're just locking down their midfield.
yeah,
Which works so effectively because there's so many people and it's so crowded on on a small part of the pitch. They're keeping it very, very narrow.
like you see more pressure now coming from Critical, and they get the ball in this good position. And another time, it's Air Chewy, but not reaching anyone. Malia with the next ball, but it's offside. So ball on the side for Juventus, which make him fast over the right wing. Stacks into the mid again, but there goes the midfielders, and the counterattack for Critical stopped brutally by Tudor over there. But now we have more pressure with 2 to 3 defenders or players going for the ball from Critical, and this is what we expect within the last 12, 13 minutes of this game. If they want to come back, if they want to score, although it would mean to go for the golden goal in the first game. But let's see.
Yeah. Juventus actually seemed surprised when they started. All of a sudden, it was in the 70 minutes when Critical started pressing. All of a sudden, that was actually that chance of scoring a goal, and these matches are decided on these moments, and what they do now is actually brute forcing, and it feels like they're not really keeping their eyes open and just trying to go forward, which is kind of fortunate because you already see cracking up the defense. Now they're forcing themselves more forward.
And now,
if he didn't, yeah, sorry.
Now it could be the time for one of these attacks that put the second goal and the knockout for the first leg, but no, stopped again. And maybe some room on the right side. Erchui going over the legs. Didn't seeing anybody on the right side. This was something you already mentioned. They're just going forward, not looking around. And defensive lines from Juventus are looking good.
And these kind of passes you just gave is I understand, like, there is a sort of panic and you want to go forward, but you need to stay calm. You need to be a bit more patient, because these are the balls that actually can give you a chance. And now you've got a corner where if you just give them blindly, you most likely just lose the ball. And in a 3-5-2, or a 5-2-1-2, you essentially have a lot of space on the wings. So you need, in some form, seek an advantage in there.
And there could be an advantage, but this was the last header and the last try. For me, I would have chosen a short corner, not going for the header, because try to keep the ball in any way, and to get it with a good chance inside, because there were too many players right now. Felt like 22 inside the box, so less chances to get a clear shot on the goal. And yeah, that's it. Juventus with the first win. So no second, no golden goal for this first leg. But yeah, Juventus ahead. And now with the better spots, do you expect brute force from the first minute from Critical now?
No, I don't think they should. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not sure if they do, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would just try and stay in your game plan, not do anything unnecessary.
Yeah.
The main problem right now is, I would say, try not to defending this hard as Juventus does has one disadvantage, which is it's mentally draining yourself. So you need to, at some point they will make a mistake. You can't keep this up 90 minutes long. So try to keep your head in the game, and in the end you will see that they will make a mistake, simply because it's mentally draining you.
And it's just one goal that we saw in the first game.
So, and if you looked at the stats, they had, I believe, 1 or 2 shots on goal. I mean, you're not losing it because they were better. You just lost it because you made a tiny mistake and it had a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
So it's very close, and the other match could be completely around, and maybe you get the chance. But now getting desperate already is not going to help. So just stay in your game, stay in your mind.
we have also here two of the best defenses. So like the best defense in the tournament at the moment for critical still to come. That's mashed up from the group stage, and we have the second best defense with Juventus Bucharest. So both teams with a strong defense. There is one I don't know the word for, but it says offense wins games, defense wins championships.
Yeah,
So
and don't forget these were the strong, arguably the strongest groups as well, with critical over the game, equality, cerebrum, be unique, and team sense. But on the other hand, you had Death Row Army, Core Gaming, Ragnarok, Juventus, back to Roots and Unity. Those are not weak teams.
yeah,
Those are all top tier teams.
indeed.
So, yeah, just conceding 4 and 5 goals is an achievement on its own.
And this first goal, like you said in the beginning, it was kind of a mistake by Critical, because they had two small people, nobody covering the second post, and with this header already also nobody covering the opponents who were equal, who could go for a header and get the ball out of the box. So just one mistake decided this first game, this first leg, and yeah. Let's see what will happen in the second leg. It's a best of 3. Can Juventus put the I'm looking. I got the German speech in the mind, and I'm looking for the words. Can't they put the what's the word? Den Deckel auf den Topf.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. The cover, I think. Yeah, the cover.
Can they put the cover on these games and also hit the second leg and we through this? What do you think? Or will there be the comeback for Critical?
It will be very, very tight. I don't know. It will be very tight. You saw it last game. Not many shots. 3 in total. I just noticed. 1 goal. That's basically nothing. And that 1 goal was not really a chance.
Icing on the cake. Also good.
Yeah, yeah. Having looking at this match, basically nothing really happened.
Yeah.
There were not really chances. Yeah. It was something you were afraid of, and that's
it happens.
It happens.
That's what you always see. You go. They ask you, "Hey, you want to commentate games?" I say, "Yeah, cool, it's no problem." Then you look at the sheets and you see, okay, best defense, second best defense. Okay, that will be tough.
So I mean, I used to play in the international league, but also and all those leagues and competitions. And the one thing you think beforehand is not the French. Please don't be the French, because you know their way of playing. And same for Juventus Bucharest is not the most fun way of playing. It's very defensive, sometimes even a bit abusive of the game. So these are the matches you can expect, and you hope it's going to be a good match. But none of the two sides are going to switch, even the tactics. I think at the start of the game. So
what I think could be clever from Critical now is to go with what Juventus did within the last 20 minutes of the first half. So slow building up, looking for the spots, trying to hold the ball, not to let Juventus get the ball, just by clever passing and switching sides, switching wings. Just hold the ball and let them get nervous. Because if they score 1 goal, then Juventus also needs to think, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to push more, get the risk of losing this one. Let's see. Let's find out. It's the second game in the starting. We can get into this one, and it's again Juventus with the away kit of the Dutch national team, and Critical with white and black dresses coming up. I don't know which nation it is, if it is one nation, but yeah,
What the kit?
the kit from Critical, yeah.
Yeah, it's Liverpool. It's the
Liverpool.
one Liverpool. Yeah, you can
Okay.
see the icon on the right bottom. It's I
Ah,
would yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah. You're right. You're right. Okay, so we are going with Critical and the ball, but Juventus get this one, and it's the good pass to Cristiano on the left wing, but good defended there. Lionel going with the ball. Back on the other side, Erchui getting into the box. Short pass, but defended, cleverly defended. But yeah, good choice. Making some pressure, getting deep inside the box. Then with the cross. And like I said, Juventus now holding the ball, keeping it slow, switching lines, switching sides.
So what I noticed, they tried to play down the wing, and which is quite interesting because they don't have a lot of players on the wing. But on the other hand, the opponent doesn't have them either, and it looks like Juventus. Oh, this is a chance. Oh, good save. That's a really good save. So it looks like Juventus is thinking, well, it worked in the first match. Let's do it again and just finish it off in 2 games.
Yeah.
Which is actually is a good thought, and it may actually it work. But as you saw, it gives space for Critical, which is a bit more offensive, but the chance they need to go in. You have to score those goals if you want to win, and it just, if they scored it, that would have changed everything for them. They would all of a sudden be level again, and Juventus maybe even put it on a stall because Juventus is not taking any risks. I presume, by making things worse, knowing that this tactic they have right now works perfectly fine.
And they still
And
keep
Critical
going.
would be happy with the result.
Yeah. So more pushing from Critical. There was the first chance for them. Let's see if they can get another one. The second try on the goal from Lionel was way over the goal, which could have been done better. Maybe with crossing the ball again and searching for a better spot. But yeah, here goes Critical again inside the box. That was a nice pass for Emra, who falls down, but no whistle from the referee. And Cristiano, no, not Cristiano, Jacio? I hope I spell it right. That's always difficult with the names. There goes Air Chewy. This is
It has to be it.
easy.
Oh, that's a good save again.
Chanku.
They're definitely getting chances now, but they have to score at least one.
And the keeper is doing a good job on Bucharest's side.
But they need to be a bit more patient with Juventus right now because they're losing the ball a lot on the wings. It's basically trying to go to the wings and then forcing it with a LBY down the line, which so far is not really working. Actually, it's giving the opponent chances of good action there.
And they are just running into their opponents. That's what we see right here. They are just running again and again into their opponents, looking for a player, a teammate to pass, but not finding one. So good working from Critical within the areas. They covering good passing spots. So good work over there, and the more pressure they put on, I think Juventus will One day is the wrong spelling. There will be the time where Juventus will fall down. Only if Tanku, although, will make a mistake, which who has a really nice game and already made 2 supremium saves. So, Harrell, there comes a chance for Juventus. No, stopped by Gray. But a second ball, Cristiano. So the defenders are coming out, trying to put more pressure and to pressure Bucharesti back into their half. But there's a good spot to Stacks, looking for the opportunity to get it into the box, but no way. And Critical again with the ball, trying to get back into this game. First 35 minutes, nearly down. And maybe another chance. No. Again, good played by Gray. And the counter-attack for Critical. But there goes the whistle. It's half-time.
I wonder if Critical can keep this pressure up. It's going to drain your stamina.
Yeah.
And even if they have second wind, at some point it's gonna work against you because your players are just too tired to even run back and help defend properly. Let alone having a nice and decent dribble somewhere in the box, or have a good through ball. It's going, if they don't succeed very soon, it's actually increasing the chances for Juventus.
Yeah. And I think you got greeted in the chat. Is this the legendary epic bunny?
Yes. And I'm having the idea that there's some insult coming in. Not sure who said it, but pretty sure there will be an insult very soon. And also I'm having the idea this is somehow Jordan. Not sure.
So what score in first game? It was a 1-0 for Juventus, and we are going inside the second half. There was the first chance for Juventus, and another one may be coming, but Lionel pushing the ball outside of the box, but the next chance are just coming. That was the first rush from Juventus. That led to the first goal, to the only goal in the first game, and now they are pushing once again for the first goal. So, yeah. Let's see if they find this one. And then the pressure is really, really high for Critical. Harrell finding not a spot, but the ball another time before his legs. And George with a good pass, but then the ball away. Good pressing over there from Juventus. Another time. And what a ball into the box. And there goes the goal.
This is very unlucky. I think it's an own goal. I'm not entirely sure.
Should be an own goal.
But that would explain the weird animation from the goalkeeper.
Oh my gosh.
But in the end, it does not really change a lot for Critical. They just have to score once.
Yeah.
It may not have the same outcome they want, but in the end, they have to score a goal.
What a good pass on Cristiano. But not the spot to shoot on the goal, but with a good spot in the middle. And no. Now we have the action I missed. Now we have the action I missed in the first game.
I'm not sure how exactly and what exactly happened there, but that was too close for comfort for Critical, and they're gonna concede more chances like this. There's no way they can't give away anything right now and not going forward. They have to take the risk.
They have to take the risk, and there is the
Oh, this
spot,
is a
and it's free. It's free. The goal is free. He just needs to shoot at it, but he didn't get the ball on the goal. But there goes the next one with Harrell, with a good skill move to make some space for himself. But then the defenders from Critical with the right tackle, but Stacks again with the ball win and going for another one. Now this game is on a good spot. I think we have chances on both sides, good pressure from both sides. This makes fun right now. But I do think Juventus is in this situation where right now they are telling and yelling to themselves, let's fucking go for it.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Critical right now, they don't have to say a lot. They're just not in the game anymore. It's Juventus who are actually dictating the game.
Yeah.
And no longer Critical, which isn't a good thing for them. They just lost control after the 1-0.
And they should be controlling this one because they are behind with the first leg going 1-0 for Juventus. And now we have Amra, the maybe first chance in this second half here for Critical. Waiting with the spot. There comes the cross. Erchui. Tudor is between us one. And
now this is a disadvantage for them. If you look at the players Critical has, they're a bit. Oh, this is a mistake in behind. I was about to say they're a bit smaller than Juventus, but again, these corners, these moments, they have to take full advantage, and they just don't. It's the difference right now between Critical and Juventus Bucharesti.
And it was the difference in the first game with the last corner also.
Yeah, I mean, they had 2 chances in the first half. They didn't finish it, and Juventus just gets the first one, and they score. That's the difference right now between the 2 teams.
And it could look like that Juventus Bucharesti will take this one and take the game to bed, Mr. Sparkle. Thank you for the words. With winning the second leg, and then we have the best of 3 decided by 2 games. But we're not down to this. We still have, like 10, 12 minutes to go. Critical coming once again. Stopped by Helix. Kami once again. Again in the box at Chewy, but also defended at Chewy again. And Helix and his teammate are making this one, but this is a good spot. And this time it's the defender, not Tanku, who is saving the ass off. Because that would have been a goal.
And it just... I mean, it's also a bit of luck here, or not unlucky actually. I mean, for Critical, that there is just a foot in the way. Usually these balls go in, and there's no saving them. But it just doesn't seem to happen for them scoring a goal.
They look like a bit of unlucky. 2 times it's Tanku with supreme save. Really good goalkeeping in this second game for Tanku. And what is this?
This is
So it's
This is also not going to win you games.
This is not going to win you games, and they have 4 minutes left on the clock, which leads to maybe the deciding goal from Cristiano. Can he go for it? No, he can't. So last chance, last attack for Critical. Can they get this one into a golden goal and keep the head and the chance up? Still Melio. Ball back. Gray. Again inside the box. There's Lionel!
Oh, that's unlucky. That was a horrible touch. And I think he instantly pressed shooting, but the game just decided that he had to make a touch, which is so unlucky.
But once again, it's for me the thing, the smaller the players, the less they have the control over there.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, if he was a little bit taller, maybe it would have ended differently.
Yeah.
Maybe we would be able to use his chest, which I know is an animation in the game, and he couldn't this time. But it's just a combination of just being a little bit behind on the part of skills, but also just lacking a bit of luck. Because they had two major chances in the second half, which just didn't go in just by sheer bad luck.
I do agree. It was a bit of unlucky for Critical within the second game, but once again, they would have, if they would have made more pressure in the first game, going for the 1-1, and also within the first half of the second game, going for the even, then maybe they would not have to be that sad about this loss, because it was Juventus with the second half going full force, going full up on this, achieving the goal once again with a bit of luck, was an own goal. But yeah, if you spare your time, if you're not making pressure, you're not gonna win games. And this is what happened for Critical. Bit of unlucky in the end, but I think, in my opinion, they would have pushed way more earlier. And to receive more chances, like they had in Tanku 2 times, really good. So yeah, let's talk about it. We will have some guests. We will be back in a couple of seconds, people.
Das Pro-League-Spiel der Woche wurde präsentiert von dem Exklusivsponsor TGS, Vertriebspartner von LR Health and Beauty Systems. Upgrade your life.
So, here we're back. Yeah, that was a short one. I also didn't expect with 2 games and just 2 goals all in all. But yeah, I think at the end Juventus is a fair winner, or do you say a little bit of too much luck?
No. I think they deserve it. Not based on the chances they got, but on how they dealt with the chances. And overall, they just opposed more threats than Critical did.
Yeah.
Every attack was like, well, there's something in it. They can do something with it. And Critical just didn't have it. If you look at the statistics in the second game, yeah, you would suppose that Critical would have won, but that's unfortunate. You're not winning games by statistics, so
that's true. So we have the first guest just arrived. It's Cristiano, joining us from Juventus Bucharesti. So good evening, Cristiano. Still waiting for the second guest.
Good evening, guys.
To start of the interview and the aftermatch, let's just wait a second, and yeah, we can say GG. Congratulations, Cristiano, first of all, for winning. And there we have Melio. One moment.
Thank you.
And there we go. All right, now we complete, and we have Melio with us also from Critical again. No. Why?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we have Melio, but I was supposed to get Hobrit. You Hobrit?
I think no, I'm not Hubrid.
Okay.
I'm Melio. I don't think Hubrid can speak English.
Okay. It's good. Okay. We switch off this card and anything is good. So, guys, 2 games, just 2 goals. What happened?
Yeah, I guess it was boring for you.
Not boring. The second game, although, was really cool. I think, especially in the second half, we had that game that I wanted all the time. It goes with good chances and more pushing. But yeah, just 1 goal in the first game. Let's first start off with the first game. Not what we expected. Early goal. I think just some problems with the start to organize who has to stand on the second post or has to go for the header. because after that we never had such a chance within the game.
Cristiano, you want to start maybe?
Yeah, I can start if you want. if you want, we can go. Well, in my opinion, I think the first early goal, it was the key, because we could organize ourselves better, and we could think about to play more on the counter attack, because I know Critical is have a possession style, and they'll keep the ball. So yeah, I think that was the key of these two games. The first goal in the early stage.
Leo, one thing we missed a bit was going with the pressure. You got forward, but the last pass and the pathways, the build up from the game looked a bit like uncoordinated. Was the first goal a little bit of surprising and set you back, or was just the defending from Bucharest too good to find the right spots?
No, yeah, that's the first thing to say. They are like really good in defense. I think it's their biggest strength. They are better in defense than in attack for me. So yeah, we knew that after the first goal, it would be really hard to win the game. But yeah, we should have been faster with the ball when we get it back. And I don't know, we played possessions against them, and you cannot win against Juventus if you play possession. You have to play really fast, because like I said, their CB are so good.
And the keeper. So that's what we saw in the second game. Tanku with 2 saves that have been incredible. And then this here own goal, I think it was at the end, right?
Yeah, it was an own goal. Yeah. And not a key goal, but yeah.
Some like disappointing with such a spot, but what we both saw, and Ren's word is up to you also if you want to. You took 2 less out of the corners. One of the opportunities you had, and there was no real what I think idea you had. Did I saw it not right, or what was the case here?
What's the question again? Sorry.
You took 2 less out of the corners. So you had that last one corner in the first game that just got in the middle, where at this moment I think 22 people or 21 were standing inside of the box, and less space even to get a shot on the goal. So with other corners also, do you think you took 2 less out of the possibilities of the corners because of the high center backs at Bucharest?
No, we are used to be good on corners, so we don't want to change what we are used to do. Okay. Maybe it was a mistake, but yeah, we are used to score goals and not take goals on corners. So, but yeah, maybe they have better technique. I don't know.
Renz, some questions up to you.
No, actually, I don't really have a question, but I'm looking back at that corner in the second game, and I think actually it was Gray who had it was Gray who had the chance, and I actually think that he thought he was about to do a header and instead made a volley with his weak foot. So that may explain why it went so horribly wrong. But actually, I'm for Cristiano. The pressure you used, was that just adjusted to this game, or do you always intend to pressure like this? What basically what I noticed was that the strikers leaned a bit more back and formed like covered the passing lanes towards the midfielders of the
Yeah, you park the bus usually.
That's not what I'm
You
saying.
can say it. You can say it.
Maybe it may have been a van, but
Well, yeah, I'll be honest with you. This was the tactic for the game because I knew that that Critical has better technique, especially up front. They have high quality players like Amra. It's one of the best dribblers on the platform, in my opinion. So I just told to my other striker that we don't have to press too much because they will try to get us out of the out of the pressing. Playing this possession style. So yeah, basically, I don't know if we can say that we parked the bus, but we played like a compact team. We did not want to let too many spaces behind us.
No, it was smart. It was smart. It was the way to play. You were right.
You made it all right. I think that's what we can say. So, one thing I said before the match, if I tend to read a formation of 5 in the first spot, I always think, oh my gosh, we're gonna see Park the Bus. The full team, the full team and the backup team are raging there, having a party, having some drinks with the bus, because of this 5 formation. So 5 center backs always looks like, okay, you want to get there back behind, because a lot of pro club teams play 3-5-2. But Renz also told me that you move it. That's a good thing on pro clubs. You can switch between defensive styles, defensive formations, and offensive formations, because it's the 11 of you. It's not just one player trying to control a game that does not give the opportunity to. But yeah, we also had the statistics. Best defense in the league within the group stage, and second best defense. So yeah, less goals with all these games, but also good opponents. I think if we keep on with this knockout stage, it will still be the same. Such a bit like, so less goals will be deciding the games. You agree with this? Because everyone is pretty close to each other with the teams.
That's what I think. I think everyone is pretty close, and it's kind of hard to score in this FIFA.
Yeah.
If you see our games, even in the group stage, even against German team that are used to score a lot, they didn't. So yeah, I think it's really hard to score. That might explain why.
You playing? Is this a PS4 version or PS4 version, or?
Yeah, it's all gen on PC. If you mean this.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same like PC is PS4, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Be glad. PS5 version is even harder to score.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just talked to an eSportler today.
Maybe Juventus can be the best team in PS5 then.
Because with PS5 spots with the new techniques, you have even less spots with a foot anywhere. That is auto blocking. So PS4 version, so the old version is usually kind of better, but yeah, pretty hard. So Cristiano, what's next? Final?
I hope so. I hope that we can even win the trophy, because 2 seasons ago we were close. We lost in the final to Equality. A bit unlucky in that game, but yeah, they play better. So yeah, I hope we can win. But we have to take it step by step. The next is quarterfinals. We'll see against who will play. You know, at this stage, all teams are very good, are the best teams. That's why SPL, in my opinion, is the best competition on a PC platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have to be careful.
Malio,
Yeah, but
any thoughts for you? Now out of this competition, but keeping the head up and still
No,
going?
it's okay. We win easy the French league. That's the first thing. This is really easy for us, and we are not out of international Pro League yet. So I hope we will Juventus in this championship. And yes, good luck to you. I think the SPL will be really close. Like there is no team better than another, in my opinion. So yeah, good luck to them.
All right. Renz, any last questions?
Thank
Goes
you.
to you.
No, actually, I'm a very boring person, so no, I have nothing to ask.
Yeah, that's why you you cast the boring games. Right?
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have faster done. Okay.
All right.
Wonderful.
Kevin, I think it's Kevin. Thanks for the Prime sub. Let's go 60 months in a row. Much love to you. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So we are through this right now. We have 2 times parked the bus, and we have a 2-0 overall with 2 games for Bucharesti against Critical. Thank you guys, Milio and Cristiano, for stepping by for the interview. Yeah, both of you, good luck in the next games, and yeah, take care of yourself. That's also very important these days.
Thank you. Beautiful shoot, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Always
you
with
also
the blue suit here.
Thank you also for hosting us. It was a pleasure.
Nice to have you
You
with
did
us.
a great job, guys. You did a great job.
We tried
Yeah.
our best. So I tried my best. And hey, Renz, your English was better. I
It was.
I
Oh,
said
okay.
it.
Okay.
I said. For me, the problem, I am casting esports games every week, like 2 or 3 times, but all the time in Germany, in German. So it's pretty hard to make this switch and
Yeah.
find the right words. So I need to do it more in English. I think would make it more easier. So yeah, was nice to have you with me. Thanks a lot for your presentation, for your analyzing, and yeah, maybe we can keep on with this, with the next one, with the next stage, and I think we can, yeah, tap this one
Please,
out.
yeah. So please, Juventus, don't lose. I want to do this more often.
Okay, good. Thanks everyone, all for the sense with the host also with 10 people. Thanks again for this one, and yeah, have a good night. Greetings from the commentary cabin, and see you next time. Bye bye.